Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Irish Art Show, broadcast to you from the Scientology Community Centre. We are delighted to welcome singer-songwriter Eddie Winston. He has quite the story to tell, which you will hear through his songs and interview. Eddie has overcome a lot to pursue in his love of music and performance. Tonight he is accompanied on stage by Grace Lambert on fiddle. Please welcome Eddie Winston.
Someone said there's a light ahead, but it seems dim to me. And maybe it's just all in their heads. That's how it seems to me. But something, it's not quite right here. I gave it time, gave up the fight, and now this feeling's clear. Oh, give yourself time, time to heal. Give yourself time, time to feel it's okay not to be okay, okay. So I made my way in the dark. I'm searching for the light. So many people fell at the start and missed a chance at this life. But something, it's not quite right here. I gave it time, gave up the fight, and now this feeling's clear. Oh, give yourself time, time to heal. Give yourself time, time to feel it's okay not to be okay, okay. Oh, and give yourself time, time to heal. Give yourself time, time to feel it's okay not to be okay, okay. The next song I'm going to do is called Butterfly. It's a song I wrote. Basically, when you see somebody who's struggling, like, you know, it's a hopeful song, I suppose. Basically saying, you know, not to give up, and there's always a way forward, no matter how hopeless it seems. So this is called Butterfly. Walking through these back city lanes, needles on the ground, people slowly waste away, pupils dilate again, light fades from your eyes. Feel the rush running through your veins, and hurt is gone for a while. But a while doesn't last too long. Wanna take you by the hand and show you a better way. Let you know you're not damned. There's freedom from the pain. But why does it all seem so hard? Why does it feel so? And why do we all fall apart? Why does it feel so? Well, it's always darkest just before the dawn. You're a butterfly, stay strong. Well, it's always darkest just before the dawn. You're a butterfly, stay strong. But why does it all seem so hard? Why does it feel so? And why do we all fall apart? Why does it seem and why does it feel so? Well, it's always darkest just before the dawn. You're a butterfly, stay strong. Well, it's always darkest just before the dawn. You're a butterfly, stay strong. The next song that I'm going to do is called Labyrinths, and it was a song I wrote looking back over a lot of years I spent in addiction, and it was basically a reflection on that, looking at kind of as a lost period of time, I suppose, and yeah, this is called Labyrinths. Stuck in a few state of mind. Don't know if I'll make it out this time. And delirious on what they see, just projections of my mind. I'm lost in this labyrinth, like a breath before the storm. not in control anymore, and I drift away on a haze. Oh, just like I'm nothing at all. I'm lost in this labyrinth. Oh, lost in this labyrinth. Oh, so why bringing me down? Oh, so low. First I'm lost, then I'm found, and it feels like there's just no escape, and I'm stuck here in this view state. 'Cause I'm lost in this labyrinth. Oh, lost in this labyrinth. Oh, and I'm lost in it. Yeah, I'm lost in it. Yeah, I'm lost in it. Oh, I'm lost in it. Yeah, I'm lost in it. Oh, I'm lost in it. Yeah, I'm lost in it. Oh, lost in this labyrinth. Oh, lost in this labyrinth. Oh, that takes the breath out of me. The next song I'm going to do is called Political Animals, and basically it's just, I suppose, a look on the situation that's happening in Dublin at the minute with the homelessness at an all-time high, and the political classes and people kind of in that hierarchy are so far removed from it, sometimes they don't actually realise the damage that's going on. So this is called Political Animals. There's a space between what seems real and what's not reality, something you cannot see. Oh, but you feel reflected back when you see that every step that you take takes you back a pace. Can't pay for this rent, we're living day by day, falling through the cracks, can see your way back, struggling to keep kids' clothes on their backs. Political animals, no, they don't see in this animal kingdom where we live. Political animals, no, they don't see in this animal kingdom we're on the periphery. Trying to make our way, told we can't stay. Bailiffs at the door, oh, they're evicting today. Families nowhere to go, they don't get a say. Here's a free phone, yeah, ringing night or day, looking for a bed, hostels, hotels, B&Bs, or maybe you will get your own tent. Out of sight, out of mind, when non-existent lies destroyed by indifference. Political animals, no, they don't see in this animal kingdom where we live. Political animals, no, they can't see in this animal kingdom. We're on the periphery. Political animals, no, they don't see in this animal kingdom where we live. Political animals, no, they can't see in this animal kingdom. We're on the this next song I'm going to do is called Concrete Corridors. It's a song I wrote just looking over a period of time when I was homeless, and it was basically you're up out of the hostels or wherever you're staying in the early morning, and all you have to do with your time is to walk the streets, and that's where the idea for the song came, and it's called Concrete Corridors. On these cold, lonely streets, while keep me warm, if it ain't a roof and a bed, while keep me from harm, alcohol and drugs seem to be the only thing for me. There's a warm feeling inside, lets me lay my head down. Oh, concrete corridor, oh, I walk there. Oh, concrete bed, that's where I lay my head. Sunlight blazes from their eyes, they don't see it, illuminates all inside. Tell me, why don't they see it? Is it delusion, or is it ignorance? The chosen who choose it, choose to put their heads down. Oh, why does it where I lay my head. Now, the next song I'm going to do is a song I wrote for my mother. It's called Take It All. It's a song I wrote after she passed away from cancer. And she's been a big inspiration for me. And as anybody knows, if you watch somebody deteriorating from this disease, it's hard to look at. And I suppose as a woman, you know, who reared 8 kids, and she was a big inspiration to me. And when I seen her facing what she was with a lot of dignity, yeah, it just inspired me. And this is called Take It All. Well, I've seen you fall so many times. Try to take those broken wings and fly. Well, I've been through it all. Watched everything rise while I fall. But take it all. Said you yes, take it all. And take me down, and you won't see me around, and that's okay, 'cause you'll see me again someday. But you take it all. Said you yeah, take it all. Oh, silence greets me like a friend. If you look, that's where I'll stand. Feel it washing over me. Memories flood till I come free. It's in every part of me. How I listen, how I see. Oh, you're never far away. It's in my heart, it's where you stay. That's where you stay. That's where you stay. That's where you stay. That's where you stay. Thank you. And I'd just like to say a big thanks to Grace Lambert for joining me on stage today. Legend, amazing with the film. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
What a wonderful performance from Eddie and Grace there this evening. Absolutely fantastic. Lovely sound, gentle, gorgeous, soft sound. And one of my favourite songs was Take It All. And I know it's about his mom, Marie. So what a fantastic song and a lovely tribute to his mom. Hi, Eddie. You're very welcome to the Irish Art Show.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Delighted to have you too. Delighted to have you too. You're very welcome. I see you're a singer-songwriter, which is wonderful. And, you know, I'd like to actually start the interview with your mom because we just mentioned her there. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, so there was 8 of us in our family and a pretty big family. And yeah, she was just a very inspirational woman to me because she's passed away, and that basically was what the song is about. I found out that she was terminal with cancer. I had started writing a song about something else, but it morphed into a tribute to her.
Lovely. That's beautiful. She sounds like an amazing woman, like 8 children, incredible.
Yeah, she was, like, you know, and it is inspiring for me, like, you know, when you're watching somebody, you know, battling cancer and you're looking at them deteriorating, it's a really hard thing to see, especially, you know, someone who you really, you know, look up to.
Yeah.
And I suppose, yeah, it was hard to watch, but, you know, I also learned lessons, you know, of how you can face and overcome anything, like, you know. So.
And isn't that's actually what life is all about? Is actually it's just learning every day. Yeah. And I know you've had such a difficult time, but you've definitely, you know, in the last couple of years, turned your life around, which I find is incredible because you know, you obviously you ended up in prison when you were 25, obviously through addiction, but through there actually you actually picked up the guitar, isn't that right?
Yeah, and
so tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I'd always liked music. Like, music in general was kind of a soothing thing for me, you know, because emotionally, a lot of the time it connected with how I was feeling. And I was actually just 17 when I first went into prison and picked up the guitar. And it was because I had a bit of time on my hands. I don't know if I had the patience to, you know, sit and learn something. Yeah,
it was a blessing in disguise.
Kind of, I suppose, looking back on it. And that's when the interest in playing the instruments, you know, came to it. Singing, I used to love singing, but actually playing, I didn't know if I'd be able to, or if I'd have the patience or the skill even to pursue it, like, you know.
So you were always singing, were you?
Always singing. Yeah.
And I did ask you earlier on, was your family into music, but
yeah,
not really.
Well, no, I do. There is musicians in the family, like, you know, and there is, but a lot of throw them into a situation where karaoke and you won't get them off the mic for the night.
We won't be having them on the Irish Art Show.
Yeah, no, yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, the karaoke machine, is it? That's what it's called, isn't it?
Kings and Queens, yeah.
And I see after years of addiction, obviously you got drug free. How did that come about for you? How difficult was that for you?
It was actually really hard. In that it wasn't difficult to become drug free. The hard part I found in the work was in sustaining sobriety after that. So it was getting drug free was easy, but it was making the transition then to, you know, clean living, sober living, whatever you want to call it. It's trying to sustain it that I found hard, because it was hard to kind of come back into society or a normal way of living after it being so chaotic for so long, you know, with drug use and prison and all kinds of stuff that comes with that.
How do you even say to yourself, right, you know, what's the what makes you actually say, right, you know what, I want to get off drugs? What started that in you?
Yeah, I think it's usually when you're in a really dark place, you know, and a lot of the times is where you're contemplating suicide because you can't see any hope for the future. You feel very lonely and isolated. So it's a really dark, sad place to be in. And I think a lot of the times you're in a place where you don't actually see any light, you know, at the end of the tunnel, because you can't even envision how your life is going to get better. You know something has to change and you want something to change. and sometimes it takes a bit of time or somebody to put their hand out. But you know, when somebody puts their hand out or you put your hand out, the hardest part would be to ask for help. You know, that's what I found for me. You know, there was a certain, even though I was in drug addiction, there was a certain pride or I don't know that would stop me asking for help. You know, maybe because at the time I didn't feel I was worth helping, and so it was a low self-worth and self-confidence thing. So yeah, it's easy to get drug free, well, easy-ish, you know what I mean? It is a little battle in itself, but sustaining it is the real hard part for me, personally.
Well, I actually think, you know, today how far you've come, because even to be on stage here performing and beautifully performing, and I love that little falsetto voice there. I love it. I love your voice in general, but the falsetto is beautiful. You know, you probably wouldn't have been able to do this full of drugs. So it's great that you've been able to, you know, pursue something that is another passion, you know, probably a better passion for you.
Yeah, I think me love of music has definitely carried me through a lot of situations, whether I was using drugs or not.
Yeah.
Because you know, certain songs give you a bit of hope, certain music gives you a bit of motivation, you know, to push through. The writing side of it for me would have been a process very cathartic, like, you know what I mean, because I'm expressing my emotions through my songwriting and I'm able to nearly get it out of my system, if you like, you know. And I suppose with the likes of coming up and performing on stage, coming from drug addiction, yeah, my confidence would have been on the floor, my self-worth on the floor. I wouldn't have felt, you know, that I was able to perform. I'd be really nervous. And that's been a process then, as well as being, you know, part of my recovery, the rebuilding my confidence to be able to perform, rebuilding my self-worth to feel that I have a story to tell and that, you know, it's worth something, you know, for people to hear, even if it gives them that glimmer of hope that, you know, there is a way forward. Like, yeah.
Well, I think somebody who's been an addict is good to actually help another addict become sober, clean, because they you know they understand the story.
Yeah, it's I suppose you have to live the experience, but I think you know, a lot of people who come through addiction or any kind of trauma, you know, it makes them very empathetic, like, you know, they're willing to listen, they actually care about people, like, you know, but they're willing to help without any reward for themselves.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's what, you know, attracts people, you know, to want to get into recovery. It's, you see somebody doing really well and you say, you know what, actually I could do that. Just the very fact that they're clean and that they're living in somewhat of a normal life, when you see that, you feel attracted to it because you know that they've been in the place you were, and so you want that, you know, you want a better life, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think helping people is a big part.
And you feel better. Your body feels better here, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
you look better. Everything, you know, it just...
Everything is better, but sometimes if you don't deal with kind of the emotional side of it or whatever internal trauma you're talking about, if you don't deal with that, you know, and that's a process of dealing with it in recovery, but if you don't deal with that, it's very easy to fall back into your old behaviours and your old patterns, you know. If you don't feel like anything is changing and if you don't feel like you're progressing in life and you feel kind of stagnated again, it's easy to fall back then into the old behaviour. So it's important for me in my journey to feel like I'm making some kind of strides, I'm making some kind of progress, you know.
And is there a go-to if you feel like that?
Well, I do be meetings, like, you know what I mean? So I go to, you know, I suppose, like, NA is, I go to NA, there's CA out there, there's AA. There's a lot of different programs out there for any kind of, you know, addiction issues. So that's what I do. And I can talk with other people who's going through the same stuff. I can get advice, you know, so that's really helpful, yeah.
And getting back to your music, who has musically inspired you?
I think all music inspires me, to be honest, you know. There's no particular artist I could say, oh, if not for that music, I probably wouldn't have get into music. As I was saying to you, like, emotionally, music connects with me. And that could be, you know, from listening to me dad's old stuff like Frank Sinatra and Roy Orbison and Jane Pitney, to listening to, you know, Pavarotti, or, you know, listening to Hans Zimmer, just the instrumentals, like, you know, if something strikes a chord with me, I will listen to it, you know, Damon Dempsey, Glenn Hansard, there's so many Irish artists, Aslan, like, you know, that you could be sitting here for days talking about musical, you know, inspirations, you know. So I think all music, if it resonates with you, then it'll inspire you.
What's your favourite kind of thing to sing? Would you like
to sing?
Yeah, you know, do you like the softer kind of music?
Well, I'm still kind of experimenting, you know, with it, because
That's good.
when I came into recovery and I started singing, I tended to belt a lot, which takes a toll on your voice. But then I found that some of the songs that I've started writing are a little bit softer, but I'm actually enjoying doing them as well. So yeah, it's whatever feels right for the song. Sometimes it feels like it should be softer, or it feels like I need to belt at certain points. So usually I feel the song, you know, leads me to where vocally it wants to go, if that makes sense.
It does, absolutely. So you're feeling the emotion of the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And whereabouts are you actually playing? What kind of venues do you do?
I've been doing a lot of kind of open mics, and I've been busy with college, so that's been my focus for the last 2 years. You know, it's trying to, like any profession, you want to perfect it and get better at it. And so that's what I did. I went back to college to refine my songwriting, my playing, my performance, just overall to improve that.
You got to tell people who your teacher is.
Oh, the legend.
Absolutely.
That's Francie Conley. Yeah, and he's been so supportive, like, you know, I couldn't have asked for a better songwriting teacher. The whole college, in fact, like, you know what I mean, has been really supportive. Francie in particular, like, you know, I have a good bit of banter with Francie, like, you know what I mean, and he kind of understands where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say and what message I'm trying to, you know, give out in my music. So he's been there giving me great advice along the way. So yeah, it's really appreciated with Francie.
And you know the way Francie's obviously such a legend in the music business, but he has such time for other musicians, and 100% has their backs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't have a better mentor.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Than Francie.
He's brilliant, like.
You know, and I'm sure for you, he's a go-to, you know? He's another go-to to...
Oh yeah, I would send on like drafts of certain songs to him and stuff, like, you know what I mean? And I'm sure I'll continue to do that as well, just to get his advice, like, you know. Yeah, no, Francie's great, like.
Yeah, I love those, you know, songwriting, you know, what do they call them? Where you all get together. I can't think of the word now offhand.
Yeah, like a club.
Where you all come together, like a club, and you all write together. I just love that. So I know you're looking at maybe recording in the future, which I think would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Some beautiful songs there today, but that definitely should be recorded.
Yeah, no, I do. I have enough for an EP there, like, you know, and financially, when I'm in a position, that's when I'll push to do that. I suppose you will make it happen. If it's a passion and it's something that you really want, you will eventually make it happen.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I hope to get into the studio and get them down properly.
Keep going.
Yeah. 100%.
Keep going, because this is your path.
Yeah.
This is where you're supposed to be, on stage, performing and bringing joy to people in the
I hope so. Sometimes it can seem the songs are a little bit sad, or like sometimes I feel like I'm bringing mood down. But I try to be as authentic as I can be, and I like to write about my own experiences, and I like to write about what feels, you know, what I felt like in them situations if I can. So it's not meant, a lot of the time I look at my songs as being hopeful, although they're coming from a dark place. It's like, as I say, like, I like to think that it's a hopeful transitional, I hope it transitions throughout the song, I suppose, you know, the message of hope, like, you know.
Yeah, and I think authentic is what it's all about. You know, that's what's the best way to perform your authentic self, you know.
Yeah.
We've nearly come to the end of the interview. It's been wonderful having you here. I bet you're going to be definitely helping people at home who are in the same position as you. So thank you so much for telling your story.
Oh, you're welcome.
You know, even to come along and share that is fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure, and it's great to be here. Like, and it was lovely to meet everybody.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so I really appreciate it.
No, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming along. Can you just tell our viewers at home about your social media?
Yeah, I'm on Eddie Winston Music on Instagram and TikTok, and I have a Breaking Tunes account which there's a version of Take It All on Breaking Tunes. Eddie
Lovely
Winston, so yeah.
Well, you're
that's
very
on
welcome.
my social.
Thanks for being on the
Cheers,
Irish
thanks
Show
a lot,
this
appreciate
evening.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachel.
Keep shining.
Oh yeah.
Keep doing
Thanks.
that. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful man that Eddie is. Keep an eye out for him. Thank you for tuning in tonight. On behalf of myself, Angel, and the crew here this evening, we'll see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.